Hey everyone, here's another video blog for you. Just coming off of 2 straight weekends on the Mississippi River down in Crosse, Wisconsin. Having grown up fished the river, I was really looking forward to these 2 weekends, and now coming off of them, I'm rather disappointed in how things turned out for me. But hey, that's fishing, and especially on the river, things aren't always going to play out to the way you want them. The 2 tournaments I fished, the BFL and this past weekend the North American Bass Circuit. The BFL went not very well. Had 3 fish for 5.5 pounds, and that did not put me anywhere near any good standings. And this past weekend in the NABC, we had our 5 fish limit for 12.5 pounds, which put us middle of the pack. So not horrible, but really not the finish we were needing to really make a climb in the standings for the championship. So now we have quite the mountain to climb for the last event in September on Leech Lake. The 2 key baits that I threw for those 2 weeks on the river were the first one, it was flipping a Texas rig plastic, and flipping that plastic, we flipped it around cut banks, laydowns, and vegetation. Some of the key components to that Texas rig, it really started with my hook. I used the Laser Trocard TK130 flipping hook. Anytime I set the hook, I hooked that fish and got it in the boat. It may have only been a 2-pounder, but hey, it got in the boat. A couple key features with that Trocard TK130 hook is the Trocard barb at the top of the hook. When you rig that plastic on their Texas rig, it's going to stay on the hook, and when you're flipping it, it's not going to slide down. Or if you have a little fish or a sunfish and grab that tail of your plastic, it's not going to slide down. So you spend less time rigging your bait and more time fishing. The weight I was using was anywhere from a 3/8 ounce to a 3/4 ounce laser tungsten weight. The size depended on the amount of cover I was trying to get through. If it was just around open water along a cut bank, it was at 3/8 or 1/2 ounce. If I was needing to punch through matted vegetation, it was a 3/4 ounce. I used 60-pound Seagar Kanzen braid. That way when I set the hook, I got a great hook set. I used a 7.5-foot Wright McGill Tessera Series flipping rod. It performed flawlessly for me. I love flipping, and it really goes a lot back to that hook. The hook is the key thing when you're flipping, so check out those Laser Trocard hooks. The other lure I threw a lot of, as you can imagine on the river, is a frog. A lot of lily pads and matted vegetation right now. Threw a snake-proof Bobby's Perfect Frog majority of the time. This is the Sexy Shad color. Also used the new Attitude trailing hook. Helped me get a couple additional fish in the boat. The frog right now, you don't just concentrate on throwing it over that matted vegetation. Throw it on that matted vegetation and walk it all the way back to the boat over that open water. A lot of times we got strikes doing that. Again, using heavy braid, 60-pound test, Kanzen braid. When you get a bite, set the hook, that fish is going to end up in the boat. Those are the 2 lures that I used a lot. The other, kind of key piece of gear that I had, 2 pieces. One, my Minn Kota talons. The fish were very concentrated when we found them, so when we caught one, I'd drop my talons and stay in one spot, and that way I didn't have to worry about fighting the current. I would just, worry about fishing. Also, then more on the safety side with that swift current. And also we were doing a lot of running and gunning. We run to one weed bed, fish it, fish 50 yards and get out of there. So doing that style fishing, anytime I'm on the water, I'm wearing my Onyx inflatable life jacket. But really in those run and gun situations, an inflatable life jacket is key, because you can run and gun. You don't have to worry about putting on your life jacket. It's on the whole time. You don't even notice it's there, and that way you're always safe. So, hey, appreciate all the support again, all the comments. I'll have some more information coming your way. Have still a lot of tournaments left for 2013. Hopefully we can improve and get a win or get a nice top finish some point in the year. Thanks. See ya.